a message for my people.
Nick Dab, baby. We the new label.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, son.
Now this the black sheep sticking its home. I need a crib like I'm Gatsby.
I need it.
In hand, just understand my
Pockets that deep.
with nothing to prove. I ain't got nothing to do. When they can't compete and I got nothing to lose. You see, I told me I'm the
Yes,
one
the
that's
boys are
gonna
back in the building. Yes, we are. It's been a while, bro.
It has been. I couldn't even remember the last time I saw you. I think it was July 2nd or something like that.
Was it?
It was weird. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I felt like I was getting dementia. It was definitely before my birthday. And honestly, everything after my birthday was kind of a blur, dude. Got hammered.
Yeah.
So, time's a little fuzzy. And that's right in the middle. So, I'm not remembering the end or the beginning. But I missed you.
Dude, I missed you too, man. You know what I really missed? I fucking love Las Vegas, bro.
It's the greatest city on earth.
Man, when I tell you, when I see the Welcome to Las Vegas sign when I land at the airport,
Harry Reid International.
shout out to Harry Reid. I'm sure they were a great person. I hope they were. Nowadays we try to honor our past heroes and some crazy shit be popping up. But yeah, shout out to Harry Reid. Every time I land there, bro, the stimulation that I feel, it would put Viagra out of business.
It's palpable. It's palpable. It's the lights. I think it's for the people that are into vibrations. The vibration that Las Vegas brings is unlike anything else because just as much sorrow as there is on the Strip is equal amount of happiness. Lots of different ways. The lovely ladies walking around, winning at gambling, all the fun things. Pool parties.
So, first of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
We're a couple weeks late, but gave you a shout out on your birthday. I appreciate you. I hope you had a good time.
I did, man.
I was gonna surprise you with a gift, but the sports book didn't allow me to parlay who I think is gonna be the Super Bowl, so I was gonna gift that to you. It's like good vibes whenever I gift you a ticket, because then it was the same thing. Like I gifted you the Saquon Barkley ticket, then
yes.
cash. I was like, you know what? All right, let's do that, but. I owe you something. I'll get you on the.
Yeah, no, I appreciate
one.
you shopping for the best line because nothing would have irritated me more. Okay, let's say it hits, we win, right? I should be happy, and then you're like 40-1, motherfuckers! I told you, and I'm like, well, this is
25.
25 to 1. This is,
dude. I'm
happy, but
that's the epitome of it's never good enough.
It's never,
and
good enough.
I kind of live my life that way. I'm like, you know what? No matter what, it's just never good enough, and it's okay. Listen, it happens.
Yep.
Right? It happens. I am back from a mini vacation. I went on vacation. I was back in New York for 2 weeks. I was in Puerto Rico for a couple weeks, and boy, it was quite the experience. Let me tell you.
Yeah. The voice memos that Nick sent me.
I was firing them off, bro.
They'll forever be saved on my phone. And I mean, I'm going to do Nick good. I'll save them in an encrypted Dropbox file or something. So that way it's just for my own personal memory and satisfaction later on. But Nick, for the audience listening out there, I almost was going to hold Nick hostage and say, no, this is a Patreon exclusive episode. The shit that you're about to tell us deserves a paywall. And then Nick said, no, it's time people know. And so I want to know about this vacation because New York was fine.
New York was cool. Not a fan of the humidity in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
I walked 3 blocks. I walked from Park Avenue to 6th Avenue. That's where my dad got the coffee truck, and then I went over to 6th Avenue. I walked 3 blocks. You would have thought I did a 90-minute jiu-jitsu session. It sucks. You're walking anywhere, and you're just sweating. It's uncomfortable. And then, bro, it was so bad. I was wearing a black T-shirt. It was so bad that I almost bought I Love New York T-shirt for $4 off one of the bodegas because it was, embarrassing how sweaty I was. It's whack. I'll never complain about the heat in Vegas. I won't complain about the traffic. The traffic sucks. Dude, unbelievable. Jeremiah's here, and I was calling him on the phone, and we were on the phone for 20 minutes, and I was just like, yo, bro, the traffic, the only traffic I hit here in Vegas is by Allegiant. The 215 merges with the 15. All right, it takes me 5 extra minutes.
Yeah.
Sign me up every day. I'll take that every day. as opposed to the shit that I got to deal with over there.
How long do you think you stayed in total in traffic on this New York trip?
Yo, I'm not even going to exaggerate. I think a day's worth.
No way.
Yeah. Bro, every time. So,
wow.
So here's the thing, right? My parents live in Long Island. They live in Glen Cove. When I lived in Queens, my original hometown is Astoria. Astoria to Glen Cove is like 45 minutes. That's where I go to train jiu-jitsu. That's where all my buddies are from. My grandma lives in Jamaica, Springfield Avenue. So Jamaica to Astoria is about 10 minutes. So when my parents moved to Long Island, every weekend when I was going back to hang out with my friends in Astoria, I'd stay at either their house or I'd stay at my grandma's house.
Right. Because
if I got hammered, an Uber or a cab was like $20 as opposed to driving drunk.
Mm-hmm.
I would do that. So now I don't have my Astoria apartment. And now you're in your 30s. You're not sleeping on your boy's couch. And most of my friends are married with kids. So it's a lot different, right?
Yeah.
So also, I'm not drinking as much. Like, I drank a shit ton on the Puerto Rico trip. And boy, did I have to drink, too. We'll get to that in just a fucking minute. But, bro, the commute is like, it's a lot, dude. And then, for example, for me to get to Astoria at 6 o'clock and be somewhere at 6 o'clock, I'd have to leave my crib at like 3:30. And I would hit traffic. And then I'd get there at like 5. Damn. And then at night, they're always doing construction. So I think in 2 weeks, I legitimately stayed in a day's worth of traffic, bro.
That's like the one thing about New York City that I feel, like how have they not fixed this? Why not? This is where it's like levitating cars. I don't know. Get crafty with it. Like everybody's on hoverboards. Cars aren't allowed. What if there was no cars allowed? The
other crazy thing is, how like in Vegas, you have 5 lanes?
Yeah.
You have 3 there. Almost every major highway is 3.
Yeah.
And then the Long Island Expressway is 4 lanes, but one of them is HOV. Speed limit is 55. It's just a lot. Bro, there's 10 million people on the island of Manhattan. That's a lot. There's just and bro, I became such a piece of shit towards New Yorkers. And I feel like I could because I'm a New Yorker. But I was just like, man, there's too many of y'all, bro. We need a mass exodus. We need to get like half the people out. Let's get them out. Just
it would be nice.
Go to Westchester. Go to Albany. Go somewhere. But get the fuck. It's just it's a lot of people, bro.
Yeah,
it's a lot of people. I drove into Manhattan like 4 times. That accounted for the traffic. Also, I usually don't drive into the city. But like, who the fuck wants to take the train nowadays? Just piss and rats and
yeah. As a person who'd never taken the train before, I wanted to take the train. And like 4 break dancers later, I was like, all right, I'm over it. It was cool. The first time he did a backflip holding the rails, I was like, oh, dude, a show? I know it smells like cat shit in here, but like, I get a show. But then he just kept going, and I didn't like that.
Yeah, it's cool when you see it the first time.
Yeah.
But then imagine you're commuting 5 days a week and like, oh, those guys from the 7 train again.
Yeah.
They're always on the same cart. They wait until it's an extended like stop to stop, and then they come in and start. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Breaking. Okay, so New York, you then go to Puerto Rico, which...
No, I went to Puerto Rico first.
You went to Puerto Rico first?
Yeah, I went to Puerto Rico first.
Before New York.
Yeah, Puerto Rico is a beautiful country, a lot more expensive than I thought.
Okay.
They use the American dollar over there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like Colombia or... Man, I can't even remember when I went to Mexico and to Cancun in 2010. That's super touristy, but like, it's just not like other South American countries or like Caribbean countries. They use American currency.
Yeah.
So it was a lot more expensive than I thought. I went with a +1. George, I thought I was going to be out the game, bro. She was Colombian, had the accent. Yo soy fiesta. I was on board. We were moving quick. And then all the fuckery started once I got on vacation. Like, bro, we were having such a good time.
So hold on. You get this +1 to go out with you, like on a international trip.
Yeah.
Early on. Like, how long have you known this chick?
10 days.
Wild.
Yeah.
That's a wild move, Nick.
Yeah.
But
So I had the.
It was good?
It was good. It was phenomenal, exceptional.
Okay.
Why do you think I like Spanish chicks so much?
I know. I get it.
Come
I
on,
get
bro.
it. I
Use
went
your
to
imagination.
Chicas Bonitas on a week after my birthday, and no, I understand. I definitely get it.
Listen, you don't got to agree, but you got to understand.
Yeah. And I mean, I think it's almost criminal not to give it a shot, you know?
Yeah, a little culture for you.
What are you? Yeah. I'm not racist.
We moved really quick. My friends back home have always said that from the moment I introduce someone as my girlfriend till my wedding, it'll be the fastest of anyone that's ever like gotten married. I'm a lover boy, bro, at heart.
Yeah.
So I was doing the whole
tell.
nine. Like I was doing the flowers and like, bro, I was having an amazing time. So much so that the first date we went on, I wanted to cancel my plans with my friends. This shit is awkward over here, bro. This thing is just I'm trying to move and stay in frame.
Happening?
This thing is I gotta straddle this. Pause.
You got to, yeah, you do have to straddle
stay
that.
right here.
This is an important time of the show right now.
Yeah.
For those of you listening on audio, Nick is literally just swiveling his hips around in his chair.
Getting a little horned up.
He is. No, that's 100% it. I can see underneath the desk right now, and people, I'm seeing correctly. Okay.
I'm a little switched on. So all jokes aside, like that's been like
Yes.
the running joke back home, right? So we meet on. I get on the dating apps. Honestly, I got on the dating apps because I was gonna go to Colombia, so I was trying to test the waters.
Right.
I'm there for the culture and the food and the experiences. So I go down a match with her here, and we go out on a date. I wanted to cancel my plans to meet up with my friends that came to visit for UFC last week because, like, bro, I was just having such a good ass time. Like, everything she was saying, I was just like, oh, this is perfect. Like, it was incredible, right? So, fast forward to Sunday before I leave. Shouts to Matty Betts. Matty Betts comes out to Vegas. And I meet up with him. He comes to the cabana where we were at the Durango, and we had, the ladies were over there, and like his plus one, my plus one, they're all vibing out there, having a great time. They're both Hispanic, and they're like, oh, the white boys like the Latinas and all that, bro, everyone's getting along. And then he invited us out to go to Nobu. We went to eat, so we went to eat after, and like things were going fucking great. And then I was just like, yo, I'm going on this vacation. You should come with me. Like, fuck it, why not? Like, I was going to go to Colombia. I canceled Colombia, and I'm like, I'm going to go to Puerto Rico instead. So I fucking complete 180, go to Puerto Rico. Dude, everything is amazing until we get to Puerto Rico. We get to Puerto Rico, it's Friday, right? I'm at the beach Friday. She's on her phone. And it's like a little excessive, right? So as a joke, I just like grab her phone, and I'm like, yo, a week from now, we're going to be back in Vegas wishing our toes were in the sand. She's like, yo, my bad. I know I'm being very rude. Yada yada, but I'm short on some money on this bill and I'm stressed out. I'm like 5 pina coladas in my head. I'm like, if this is gonna be a burden for her, if it's a reasonable amount, I'll just fucking pay the money, dude. Honestly, right. George, whenever I was telling Jeremiah this, and all my friends know this too, like whenever I either loan out money to someone or if I like give someone money, or if I go crazy at a nightclub or a gentleman's club, I'm just like, yo, you know what? I look at it like I had a bad run in UFC, soccer, and NFL that weekend. I just always, that's why like I'm pretty like, whatever, man. If I lose a couple dollars,
Which, by the way, man, it's a very this is a big word for you, cathartic way to live.
Whoa, dude. That's a good word.
When you're laissez-faire with your money, it's just it's a good feeling, because why take things over serious? Like the people that have $100,000 in savings and are like, I need to keep saving. I'm freaking out right now that I'm gonna fucking run out of money. It's like, chill, bro, chill. But anyways, you see that she needs to get a bill paid, or she tells you, I have a bill that's bothering me. You're like, a reasonable amount. By the way, a guy who's been in a relationship for as long as I have, we're just trying to get them to be as happy as quickly as possible.
Right.
That's what you were trying to do.
And I was just like, that's a good move. My thinking was like, I'm doing really well.
Yes.
I got no complaints. I got this vacation. I don't want this to be a burden for her. Let's just have, and I'm like, how much do you need? She goes, $200. I go, oh, in my head, I'm thinking thousands. I'm like, 200? I was like,
right.
Yo, what's your Zelle? I'll send you some money. I was like, and as a joke, I was like, yeah, I'll send you 300. You're buying beers later. Ha ha ha, thank you, kisses, all that. Dope. We go out to dinner, amazing dinner. I'm a sucker for rooftops. Give me a rooftop bar with a nice quesadilla and some fucking French fries. I'm in, bro.
Oh, you're such a fucking child. It's
Dude,
crazy.
yeah, give me some chicken fingers. If I have a rooftop, bro, I'm in. It's real simple. Look, I love Barry. Shouts to Barry's. Always takes care of us when we go to the steakhouse. If you give me a rooftop, it could be in the favelas of Brazil. I'm down, bro. It's just my thing. I like a nice rooftop. It's dope. Like the aura around it, the atmosphere. It's nice. Like
I agree with you. I agree with you. Rooftops are nice. Quesadillas are even better.
So we go to, all right, so how about this? While you're laughing, what's your go-to order when the waiter has come back 3-4 times and you don't want to feel like an asshole? You have to have a go-to order, don't you?
I mean, yeah.
Mine is quesadilla. I might get quesadilla and fries.
Chicken fingies. Chicken fingies.
And I'm the child.
Well, no, I mean, you said the way you phrased it all was like, just give me a quesadilla, a rooftop bar. Like, I don't know. It's just the funniest
Bro, it's
sentence.
It's just my thing, right?
I get a little sippy cup for my apple juice.
So we do that. And then
Okay.
Saturday comes along. We go down to the beach. Deja vu. On the phone. Yada, yada. She goes, you're not going to believe this. I'm like, I'm sure I'm going to believe this. My rent is due. I'm having trouble with the rent. I go, how much is the rent? Mind you, now I'm like 8 pina coladas in, and it's like 11:30 in the morning. I'm fucking pounding these back. I'm living
Going
up this
all in,
vacation. She goes, $2,000, and I'm just like, damn, that's a lot. And I just like sit back, put my bucket hat on, because I wear a bucket hat when I'm on vacations. That's when you know I'm feeling myself. If you see a bucket hat, it only comes on in vacation. That's the only time. And then, bro, she just got attitude from there. Just like the rest of the trip, just like super dismissive and like, how you not gonna help me and all that? And I was just like, yo, like that's a lot. Like that's, the 200 is whatever. This is crazy because now the expectation is gonna be this. And like, I was like, yo, I'm not a sucker. Like, I did the first one because I didn't want it to fuck the whole trip up, and we were having such a good time, and it was like a reasonable amount.
Yeah,
$2K is crazy. So at Saturday, go to Old San Juan, which is like super touristy.
I've been.
And for those that don't know, Old San Juan is like the main tourist attraction in Puerto Rico. And it's like where you see all those like colorful houses. You'll see a pink house next to a green house, next to a blue house, and a red house. Like that's Old San Juan. It's a beautiful location. So bro, we go over there and I pretend my phone dies. I'm like, yo, call the Uber to go back. She's like, I don't have enough money for that. $17. Now, if you're following me on Instagram, you understand the $17 reference.
It's come full circle.
So I'm like, yo, all
Insert
good, all good. So we take a regular like yellow cab. I had cash on me, always have cash on me, so I pay it. Sunday comes around, again, just mad moody, like, yo, I can't believe you're not gonna help me, this and that. And I was just like, yo, like it's just a lot. She had this meeting, she had to go on her laptop. So she goes upstairs. I'm on the beach by myself. I'm like, yo, how do I get out of this? I gotta be here until Friday. It's Sunday. It's like, yo, I can't do this. I have an amazing ability to think quick on my feet. It's like outside of my personality, my charisma, it's that. Like I am very sharp and quick. Like I'll find a solution quick. So I made a couple phone calls, a couple of text messages to some of my higher ups, one of them being here in the studio as well. And I was like, yo, rip into me. Tell me I need to be back in New York for this meeting, yada, yada. And had a couple people do that. Took the next flight out Monday morning back to New York.
Wow.
And I got out of it. I was just like, yo, listen.
What happened with her? I have to know.
No, I flew her back to Vegas. That's how you know I've changed.
Wow.
I've definitely changed. Because old me would have been like, yo, the Airbnb is until Friday. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Old me would have been like.
By the way, I would have figured it out. I would have been like, okay, I'll figure it out. You're still on vacation. You're already there.
Yeah.
Half the job's done.
Yeah, half the job is done. And like, bro, it got to a point where like felt like unappreciated and like I said, yo, I'm not a trust fund. I don't do that. There's a lot of suckers out there and they could, and maybe I was a sucker too, even for the first 200. But like to me, like I told you, like that was reasonable. And I was just like, yo, bro, that's 4 parlays that didn't hit. Like whatever, it's cool. And we were having such a good time and it kind of like swung it. But like to have that, I was just like, yo, like, and then the last thing, I don't know if you've ever, You say you've been to Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know this. I like to be early to shit. I'm not this like, yo, you tell me the event starts at 8, I'm there at 8. Oh, no one's here yet. It's okay. I want to be there. I show up early. I like to be there on time, right? Bro, the airport was from like, you could see it from the balcony, right? But bro, I don't know Puerto Rico customs and fucking airport regulations and shit.
Happen?
Her flight's at 1, my flight's at 1:30. I was like, yeah, I want to get there at like 10:30. We get there at 11:45. You have to bring your luggage through a metal detector, and then you got to bring it to check-in, and then you got to go through TSA. And bro, the lines were like from here to self-parking. I'm bugging out. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? I'm gonna miss my flight. We get through TSA, and when we get through TSA, she had this duffel bag. It was heavy. I can't front. It was like, it felt like a carry-on, like a. So she's holding it the whole time, and when we get through TSA, I go, oh, thank God. I was so stressed out. I was like, yo, let me get your bag, and she goes, fuck you want the bag for now? Like all this time, like it just cuts a wrestling promo on me. She's like, yo, why you be stressing out? And then you make everyone around you stressed out. I told you everything was gonna be fine, and now you want to hold it while we go to the gate. And in my head, I'm like, yo, you have no idea what's about to happen in 10 minutes once we get to this gate. I was like, you have no idea. So when we get to the gate, she's like becoming like lovey-dovey and hugs, and she's like, when are you gonna be back in Vegas? And I go, I don't know, whenever the studio and Cameron needs me. And she's like, what about your girl? I go, about that. Can't do it, yo. Can't do it. She's like, why? And then I just listed everything I just told y'all for the last fucking 5-6 minutes. I was like, yo, I can't do that. And I was like, honestly, I'm not even mad that we went on this trip, because like, knowing me, bro, like, if this happened 6 months from now or 12 months from now, I had the money to give to her, but I wasn't gonna.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I told her that too. I was like, yo, I could, but I'm not gonna. And then this happens now, and my pops was like, bro, this is the best thing. This is the best gambling loss you've ever taken. He goes, he's like, without a doubt, because if this happens 6 months from now, you have more feelings. It's harder to leave.
Yeah.
You're more sympathetic.
No, for sure.
And then I was just
honestly pretty genius, because traveling with somebody is the ultimate sign of how you guys will work out together in the real world.
After this trip, I'm pro, yo, let's go on a vacation.
Trial run. It's trial run time.
Listen, we just started talking within a month. I say we go on a vacation. It don't need to be as crazy as Puerto Rico, but let's go away for a weekend. If you live in New York, let's go to Atlantic City for the weekend.
Right.
Let's see how, you know.
You handle other people, crazy situations, unexpected situations.
Yeah. I come back to you, I'm like, babe, I'm down 800.
So now I have to ask, like, she didn't have the money for all these things. Like, what does she do? What was her, I mean,
she wants to be like an influencer.
Got it.
She models, like actually models. I can't front. Like she like, not just Instagram models, like she does like campaigns and shit. And she was supposed to get paid from one campaign and they were late on the payment. I've been there. Boy, have I been there.
Right.
Right. So like, I'm like, yo, I get it, bro. Like, and I told her, I was like, yo, don't even trip about that. Like, you're trying to get your feet wet.
For sure.
You're trying to like get everything situated. And I'm in a position where I'm able to. And like, yo, bro, I really like this girl a lot. She was Colombian from there, like in. I was like, yo, this is great. This is like passport broing it up, but they came to me kind of thing.
It's kind of crazy that she wouldn't ask for you to pay the rent when you got back. I just find that to be like just like the weirdest thing in the world. Like, man.
Yeah.
She fucked it up. She fucked it up, Nick. You're a great guy.
Oh, bro. And
you're
listen,
a top 10 guy. And you know what? I think this is just, another step in the stepping stone of building the foundation of.
Yeah. And yo, listen,
your
bro,
true partner.
I don't go back. I don't do that. And I told her, I was like, yo, this is like.
It's over.
So this was Monday when I last saw her. And then Wednesday night, she sent me pictures of us on vacation. I didn't reply. Thursday morning, she sent me a question mark. And then she called me Thursday night. And I was like, yo. And this is when I become a dick. Like, you know, I told you I want to mentally destroy people. I want them to remember this.
Yeah.
Like moving forward. I was just like, yo, if you want, I'll read it to you in Spanish. I'll go on Google Translate. Like, don't hit me up. I'm not doing this. Like, I'm just not doing it. It's cool. We had an amazing time, an amazing experience. But like, what you want is someone to provide for you and pay for everything. Like, I could do that, but I'm not doing that. Not this soon. And I was like, yo, I just can't do it.
For sure.
So that was my vacation. And then I went to New York, and hung out with some friends and family. A lot of time with my family. Darce knocked up the family dog.
No way.
And then he bounced. He's in Vegas. What a piece of shit dog that is.
Holy shit, are you going to have to pay doggy support?
Now I'm going to have to be sending $100 back home for fucking puppy food. Yeah, he knocked up Jazz.
Damn. How old's Jazz?
Jazz is 9.
Wow. He likes him old.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And yo, Jazz is a little
By the way,
whore.
isn't he snipped? No, he's not.
Nah, bro, I can't do that to him.
That's wild.
No dick, no hope. Remember that. You
I do know that, but I mean, at the same time,
Jazz now has 2 baby daddies.
now he's got the fucking taste of wanting to do that again.
Yeah.
And you got to be careful, man.
Yeah, so shout out to Darce. Just
Bro, he's going to look to escape now. He's like, I could smell her. He's just going to keep walking, dude.
so yeah, that was my that's been my summer so far, man. That's been my summer so far. I want to give you guys some programming notes. Today's episode and then next week's episode, we got our NFL award show. We're giving out all the awards, who we think is going to win the MVPs and comeback player of the year and all that shit. And then we're off all of August. The next time we'll be back will be the NFL preview show. It marks 10 years of Veterans Minimum. It's going to be the 11th annual preview show. It's the longest show that we do throughout the year, as you guys know. And I'm excited for that, but just want to give you guys a little bit of a heads up as far as what the schedule is going to be like. Because, bro, I got to tell you, last year was the first time I ever took a break from the podcast. I've been pretty consistent with like 2 shows a week. And I was nervous. But then coming back with the NFL preview show was like perfect. It was like, right where we picked off and some. And it's cool to make people miss you, you know?
100%. That's I mean, truly, you turn on television these days, and if you're not watching, Love Island's now over, but like if you're not watching some reality television show, like there ain't shit on, dude. I'm not watching baseball. I just can't do it. And what's the most important thing in soccer? I saw Trump gave out the trophy and now soccer's dead. So
Yeah,
let's just all be real. NFL Hall of Fame game next week.
Yeah. Cool.
In July 31st. Yeah.
I don't do preseason, bro. I literally just open up Twitter and I look at box scores and I look at injury reports. No one got hurt? Thank God. That's it. Patrick Mahomes went 1 of 9 in his first 2 series. Like, it's okay. I'm sure he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
You know, like, so I just worry about preseason. Hey, no one get hurt. And maybe there's like a rookie or two, you know, like Restrepo on Tennessee. I might keep an eye out on him. You know, he's playing with his college quarterback. And
definitely
maybe
a good sense of a rookie of the year picks.
That's what I'm saying. Or a guy like him is even going to make the roster. He was undrafted, I think, or 6th or 7th round pick.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll look for that. And that's about it. Just don't get hurt for preseason. So yeah, that's what the summer is going to look like. We did have some fun summer stuff. I mean, the ESPYs has been going on now for about a week and a half, and
yeah,
boy, has that made headlines with the host.
I was so excited that Shane Gillis was hosting the ESPYs because I'm actually a Patreon member of the Matt and Shane Secret Podcast, and I mean, bro, the fact that he got that call. Like what was, like he said in his set, like Disney's letting me do this. Like what were they thinking? And I think it's kind of, they're turning the tides a little bit on like what we view as, I guess, comedy that's gone too far. Even though people do say that, you know, what he did was shitty and some of the jokes went a little too far with like the WNBA stuff, the illegal alien stuff with Juan Soto. Like I get it, but it's also like jokes. And I think it's split evenly, 50-50. Do you feel otherwise? Do you feel like there's more people upset?
My whole thing is you kind of know what you're signing up for.
Mm-hmm.
Did no one in the production meeting been like, hey, you know, his comedy is kind of crazy. If you want PC and clean cut, you get Sebastian Maniscalco. You get Kevin Hart. You get those kind of comedians. If you want off the rails, crazy shit, you're going to get your Joey Diaz, Shane Gillis, Theo Vaughns.
Yep.
It's like, bro, you kind of know. I'm tired of that shit, bro. If we were to get Andrew Tate on the podcast and he said something crazy, it's like, well, what'd you think he was going to say? He was going to say that a girl with 300 bodies is a good thing? No, he's going to say crazy shit.
Yep.
That's what I'm expecting if I have someone crazy on the show or if you have a crazy host. So this idea of the backlash, first of all, no one's ever going to be satisfied with anything. No. Right? You could help an old lady cross the street with her groceries. You're going to be like, he has an agenda. He's trying to get on her will. It's like, bro, you can't do anything nowadays. Right? So you're not going to make anyone happy. I'm a fan of that comedy. My favorite comedian's Anthony Jeselnik. If you know, his is dark humor. Like he is
super, but yeah.
Have him host the ESPYs. That shit will never air.
Yeah,
they're going to have that on tape delay like it's the 1983 NBA Finals, right? So to me, bro, my whole thing is like, yeah, what'd you expect? What'd you expect with that?
Yeah. I think that... What joke do you think was the most controversial? The Juan Soto one?
No, I think the Brittany Hicks, Matt's wife.
See, I don't find that. I thought that one was absolutely hilarious because it wasn't shitting on one player. It was shitting on an entire association, the WNBA. So that's why I thought like that one should be able to fly because, you know, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that was like calling out people's like pandering.
Yes.
A lot of like, they should make more money. Okay, name the WNBA team in your hometown.
Yeah.
Crickets. Name 5 player crickets, right? So like that's what that joke was about. I thought it was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was great that they showed her on the camera and then people like bought into it and laughed. That's the thing with me. It's like, first of all, WNBA, you're getting attention for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the WNBA, it's when you're becoming popular, you're going to get scrutinized, whether good or bad.
And that's where they're struggling. They're struggling with it because, and I think we'll touch on it a little bit, but like the whole Caitlin Clark effect that has taken over the WNBA and how they kind of rode her coattails to success. Now the WNBA is getting that hate from all different angles. They're being broadcasted in a negative light, kind of being exposed for like, hey, by the way, like you're going to make all these big claims about wanting to be paid more. Here's what the revenue sharing looks like. Here's what the TV ratings look like. This is what we do when we try to give you guys more money. And just because one girl came along and you guys were popular, not even with her in your league. How did the WNBA get popular and she was still at Iowa?
Yeah.
That shit was the wildest part. But yeah, they need to be ready for it. And by the way, if you embrace the hate, aka Dana White, somebody who rose an organization from nothing to fucking top 4 sports in the entire globe, WNBA, you want to do that? He was receiving hate in all sorts of different types of ways.
Yeah. And bro, I think them doing this now is perfect timing because now moving forward, I don't think the league's going to be operating at a millions of dollar loss now.
No.
The venues are, bro, they moved, and I only know this, and I'll be honest, I don't lie to my audience because I love you guys. You've given me a career. They moved the Aces game with the Fever from the Mandalay Bay Center to fucking T-Mobile because the demand is up. So yeah, they're gonna make more money in this new deal. What happened in the past was in the past.
Yeah.
But now moving forward, I always like to say this, bro. I think people's intentions are good, but the way they go about things is wrong. And like, if I was Caitlin Clark, you know me, bro, I would have been stopped playing in the WNBA. I've been like, I'm catching elbows, and I get Kelsey Plum to shit on me about, no one from the Clark team came and wore the shirts. It's like, bro, this is a cash cow, dude. If someone came to the studio and they were bringing in millions of dollars, and I'm going to benefit from it because I'm going to work more. I'm going to be around these people. Like, yeah, I'm going to be happy about it. It's going to feed me. But you know what? No one likes to destroy women more than women, bro. And that's really what I've been gathering from this from the outside, because it's gotten the most coverage they've ever had. It has a lot of people interested. Bro, my mom was watching a WNBA game.
Whoa.
Yeah, my mom don't watch shit. She's like, oh, I like those girls. She's like, she's cute. The Sophia Cunningham. And then she like fucking elbowed some girl. She's like, oh my God. I was like, yeah. I was like, you know, that's like the bodyguard. I was like, yo, Ma, you remember the Bulls? She's like, yeah, how do I not remember the Bulls? Of course. I was like, yo, she's like Dennis Rodman. She like, and that's MJ, and they're protecting MJ. And I'm like, yo, this is it. But like, it's the same shit. Like, bro, I got a homegirl back in New York. Anytime she finds a good dude, it's her single friends that destroy her relationships. Every single time. I'm like, yo, stop. I was like, yo, you want to have like a family, right? She's like, yeah. I was like, yo, you're finding these good dudes. It's fucking Katie and Susie that are fucking it up.
Yeah.
Because they ain't got no one. Because they suck.
Yeah, I agree with you. What do you think it'll end up being at the end of her career that she's helped generate the WNBA? Like the evaluation, right? Like the WNBA is evaluated at, I mean, I guess we can look it up here, but
bro,
I think
she's gonna be like, put it to you this way. I always tell people that the most influential NBA player of all time is Steph Curry. Because in the last 15 years, how much has the NBA changed because of him? Everybody shoots threes now. It's realistic for a kid that's undersized. Mind you, Steph Curry's 6'3". But amongst a land of giants, he's a small guy. But he's 6'3". But the perception of Curry is he's a scrawny kid that is an incredible shooter. So someone that's like 5'11", 6 foot, it's realistic for him to be like, yo, if I just could hit some threes, I could make a career in this. And now everybody's shooting threes. Everybody in the world is shooting threes. So his influence on the game, you're seeing it now and just moving forward. The Caitlin Clark thing, you're going to see this in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Where you're going to just be seeing a lot of Caitlin Clarks and the game changing. So it's going to be like real quick, just because I want to stay on this thought. It's going to be like, remember when LeBron would be with the Cavs and the Cavs were like a $300 million team. And then when he left, they were like $2 billion and then they plummeted again. It's going to be like that. It's like for as long as Caitlin Clark is going to be playing, it's going to be skyrocketing. And that's why it's so wild to me that like, bro, why do you purposely try to hurt her? Or why do you like take shots at her in the media when like, yo, she's your golden goose? Just embrace it, bro. Y'all all are going to eat off this.
Yeah.
They gave her a signature shoe, and then the world got mad that Asia Wilson, who's been like the best player in the WNBA the last 4 or 5 years, plays for the Aces, our local hometown team here. She's a megastar in the landscape of the WNBA. They got her a signature shoe. So it's like, bro, you're all eating off this girl's impact. It's like the Conor McGregor thing in the UFC, bro.
I was about to say, that's probably the biggest jump in the UFC valuation.
Bro, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Conor coming through and then you saw him, he's worth 200, well, who knows now, but how he cashed in and then the UFC sold for $4 billion and like, yo, this is the thing. You capitalize on this person and you're all going to eat from there. But this is how society is, man. And it's unfortunate because I think they're just pissing away a golden opportunity.
It's at $3.5 billion right now, the valuation of the WNBA.
As a whole.
All 13 teams.
Yeah.
What is it in 10 years?
I would take the over 10 as like a lock. I think I might even be
underselling it.
Yeah. Bro, they're adding new teams.
I would say 25.
Yeah, they're adding new teams. And like she's nowhere near her prime. Wait until she starts winning titles or MVPs. It's like, bro, you got to just embrace this person's a cash cow. Like people used to beg to fight on the prelims of a McGregor card. Yo, let me be the curtain jerker. Let me be the first fight on the card. Why? Because 2 million pay-per-view buys. Like, that's the thing. It's the platform that this once in a generational talent. That's the other thing, too. We throw generational around all the time. That when a generational person comes around, it's like, yo, we don't even appreciate it. Because every year there's 4. No, generational means 1 in every 5 years. To me, my opinion, 5 years is a generation, right? You have one every 5 years. Saquon Barkley was a generational running back. Bijan Robinson is a generational running back talent-wise. Not fucking Zeke and all the. It's like, no, bro. You got to. Notice how Zeke catches a strike.
No, of course not.
But like, bro, that's what I mean. Like these guys and these girls, they come around every now and then and they elevates everything around you. You know what I think her legacy is going to be? She's going to outgrow the sport and the league. That's what I think. And she'll be the first woman to do that. She'll be bigger than the sport of women's basketball.
Wow.
Like Jordan was, like Messi and Ronaldo are in soccer, like Brady is with the NFL. I mean, bro, the fucking Otani.
Yeah.
Right? We talk about Steph Curry. It's like it's a handful. We're not saying this is, look what I named. It's a handful of players. Generational. That's what she is.
That was good.
I felt like that.
That was good.
That
was
might be
good.
back, bro.
That was that's a clip for sure.
Yeah.
Generational.
Yeah. I mean,
So good.
dude,
You're 100% correct. I myself have not checked out any Caitlin Clark film as of recent. Is she doing good? Is she the best player in the league? That's like the part where
I know her under points total hit like five games in a row, and she hasn't been shooting that well.
okay.
But it's still like her assists are up, and I know she was hurt. She came back. You just gotta embrace that person that's gonna change your sport.
Yeah.
And yo, if it's not you, then it's not you, bro. Like,
I think here's how the sport can grow for the WNBA. As soon as some of these hard fouls start coming in on her, like start throwing out big suspensions on the people that committed the fouls, just blatantly protect her and make the entire league like even more angry at her. Because I think just as much as you're like, you got to protect her, she's a cash cow. That's what we're here for. We're kind of here to see Caitlyn have to go through the gauntlet of all these chicks not liking her.
but hold on, let me also tell you this: how many times in your life can you remember you being excited for a football game, and then a couple weeks before, both starting quarterbacks get ruled out? So when you think you're gonna have Lamar versus Joe Burrow on Sunday Night Football for the division, you get fucking Brandon Allen, if he's even the Bengals' backup quarterback, and fucking Huntley.
Yeah.
Both probably aren't the, but like now you're like, oh shit, man. Oh, that's why you can't hit a quarterback. Okay, I get it now.
Right.
Because they're also worth $55 million a year.
For sure.
They both signed $250 million contracts, and when they don't play, this is what we get. We get the CFL. So yeah, you protect them, dude. You protect them, and like, yo, you got to protect your assets. And right now, she's the biggest asset. Maybe in sports.
Damn.
Maybe in sports, bro.
I'm trying to think of anybody else. Soccer, the soccer player for France.
Mbappe?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But I think in the States, it might be her.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Like, bro, how many...
It's
like, look, it's my favorite when I watch ESPN or I watch, FS1 or some of these sports shows, and they'll be like, oh, we got to start talking about these. People got to start talking about this. And it could be any topic. And I'm like, who y'all talking to? Each other?
Yeah.
Like, yo, you guys are the ones that create segments that then people comment on. How many times have we commented on the Madden ratings or a Stephen A. List, friend of the podcast, or a Woj tweet? It's like, y'all drive the sports media topics. So don't sit here and tell me we're not talking about this enough. I mean, you?
Yeah.
You guys, because we've talked about certain topics that don't get covered on the air. It's you guys that are controlling these conversations. So don't tell me now that we got to start covering certain things. Like, y'all should have been covering this years ago, but you're covering it now. Why? Oh, CC is in the league.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's not be naive. It's the same shit with boxing, bro. It's happened in every sport. Every sport has had that one, holy shit, we got to watch because of this person.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of the sport, the league, and the players benefit from that. And it's a no-brainer to me. But again, like, nobody likes to destroy themselves more than those people that envy that person.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a good way of putting it. We got all that information just from talking about Shane Gillis at the ESPYs.
And bro, ESPN and the ESPYs is the most coverage you've gotten
from the ESPYs since Justin Timberlake in like 2008.
I mean, yeah, maybe like.
I can't
think of any. This was a week ago, bro, and people are still talking about this. All the attention that it drew in.
Yeah.
And not for nothing. A lot of people were laughing that got caught laughing on camera that have now like retracted their laughs. That's because you got caught. You got
a bitch move.
Yeah,
like just say it's first
funny,
off, you
bro.
have the right to say, yeah, a comedian was saying a joke. I was laughing. Or if you want to be even a bigger liar, just be like, oh, my friend told me a joke next to me and I was laughing at that joke. You know, like, I don't know. God, who retracted their statements?
There's been some people on ESPN that got caught laughing in the crowd, and I didn't agree with all the jokes. Like,
well, they're in a contract here. They're trying to get re-upped, bro.
That's what it is.
Oh, wait a second. I'll do whatever.
Yeah,
I'll do it, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Get over yourself.
Anyway, let us know what you guys think about all that stuff. Patreon.com/veteransminimum. We are changing. We've changed everything on the Patreon to $1 and $5. $1 tier, you just support the show. It goes a long way to supporting the show. And then $5, you get access to the Discord and a bunch of other stuff. We're still going to be doing giveaways during the football season. We're still going to be doing contests and all that stuff. So we just changed a couple of things. We're in a position now where like this money is going to go back into the show, and there's certain things that we need to be paying for. So any money that you guys could donate to the Patreon, it just goes a long way. So patreon.com/veteransminimum. Okay, George.
Yes.
We've been going for about 45 minutes now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get into our NFL hottest takes. Now, these can be whatever you want them to be. It could be players, it could be teams, it could be awards, it could be a sketch. Whatever your hot take is.
Yes.
The floor is yours. Lead us off with what you think. Hot take entering 2025.
I'm going to start my hot takes off at like all these takes are hot, but there's like hot, hotter, hottest. So I'm going to start at hot. Shiloh Sanders will play a snap of regular season NFL football before Shedeur Sanders without a doubt. I wish there was a line out there to bet on this. I feel like obviously, Shedeur is getting all the attention. I was reading what I would consider to be a bullshit article. It was somebody on ESPN who's an insider saying, oh, the Browns really think that there's 100% chance that Shedeur has a shot at being a starter at some point in time in the season. And they were saying that they felt Dylan Gabriel possessed all the same characteristics as Shedeur, except he was just a little bit small. Regardless of what happens between Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel, I just don't think he gets in this first year. And I think Shiloh, who undrafted, gets picked up by the Bucs, him and Shedeur, the same exact spot. If you go on ESPN right now and you look at their depth chart, they're both fourth string. And you know that one of these Sanders will eventually get to play a regular season snap in the NFL. I think this is going to be one of my favorite things to follow throughout the year, because if the Browns suck at quarterback or they start getting injured or Joe Flacco shits the bed or Kenny Pickett isn't cutting it, like they will have to choose between Shedeur or Dylan Gabriel. That'll be fun to watch. And I think Shiloh getting more attention than his brother, who's getting a lot of attention, I just think it's going to be fun. And I think not any other creators I see out here on the platforms are giving love to Shiloh. I think Shiloh's a solid player. I think he has more opportunities, maybe a special teams role. This will happen. He'll end up playing before Shedeur, maybe even have a better career than Shedeur. I'm not willing to go that far, but that's just my first take. Hot. What's your hot take?
Okay.
For this upcoming year?
I I have a really good one,
Okay.
but I'm gonna save that. Little teaser.
That's the hottest.
That's the hottest. I think the first coach that is going to be fired in the NFL this year is going to be a guy who was a wonder boy, who was a genius, some would say, and good drip, bro. Would wear off-whites on the sideline. I think it's Mike McDaniel.
Wow.
I am not high on the Miami Dolphins. I think I love their under, as we did on the AFC win total show that we did a couple weeks ago. Please go and check those out. It was my Becky, I believe it was, or In This Economy. It was one or the other, but it was definitely the one that I liked the most. I got it right here. It was my Trust Me. And you know, Trust Me was on fire last year. 8.5 wins. Their front defensive line, Phillips, Chubb, I like it. They'll be able to get some pressure. I don't trust the health of the quarterback. I think that's something every time that he makes it to a game and leaves the game, not on a stretcher, which we've seen many different occasions.
Yeah.
I think it's a blessing. Honestly, my hottest take staying with this is I think both wide receivers don't end the year with the Miami Dolphins. I think they get rid of Waddle. I think they get rid of Tyreek Hill. You accumulate a couple assets and you just start the rebuild. And maybe you move off of Tua, especially if you move off of McDaniel, because I just think that they figured them out. They're a team that wants to be finesse, but then also wants to run the ball. And like their best was when they were running the ball, like a ground and pound, but they're not built for that. It's also the weather in Miami and like just the atmosphere down there. It's just not. It's like Miami, LA, I think of soft and finesse. I don't think of 40 carries and running it up the middle. It's just not something that they do. And I think they lost the majority of their secondary in the offseason. They get Fitzpatrick for with the Ramsey trade, but it's just something that I don't like. I don't like anything that they've done this offseason. And you know, I think that their lineup is like a bottom third in the league lineup. And based on what expectations might be, there's a team that was in the playoffs 2 years ago. I just think 20-1 him to be the first coach fired, I think is pretty interesting. That's all.
It is, because the experiment went well at the beginning. And I do remember when they were a running team, by the way, it was very unique outside zone schemes in which like Raheem Mostert seemed like he was untouchable. It was the year that him, A-Chan got his name put out there, and they had another back that I can't remember that was flying.
Mostert.
I said Mostert. I think there was another one other than those two. I think there was one more. He got like minimal carries, whatever. The offense was chugging along with that. But like this is the issue when you have Lamborghinis, Nick, and you want like the Bugatti that's faster than those Lamborghinis. And like which one do you drive? And that's the issue that Mike McDaniel's had where sure you get Tyreek Hill, but like Tyreek Hill's main use is being the primary target. And when you change your entire offensive scheme to fit something that honestly just hasn't worked. Do you feel like, let me hit you with this question. Do you feel like he would have still been the coach after the way the team has performed over the past couple of years if Tua is completely healthy the entire time? I think he's fired.
If he's healthy and they perform that way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they let him go. Yeah. But, you know, when you get your quarterback hurt, you have a legitimate
extender for a coach.
Right. And you have a legitimate reason. Like,
Yes.
I'm a big believer in there's reasons and excuses, right? That's a legitimate. Yo, my roster is hurt. Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
Hey, why'd you go 6-11? Bro, look at the injury report.
Yeah.
It's 28 names. That's why. An excuse would be like, Brian Dable, what's up, man? You had everything. You benched the. Like, what's the, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference between a reason and an excuse.
I like that.
So, I think that it extends it.
First coach fired.
Yeah. First coach fired.
Hot.
I think it's a little hot.
That's hot. Okay. You ready for hotter?
Sure, let's go.
My hotter take. The AFC West is going to be the best division in football, and they will get 3 teams to make the playoffs once again. Best division in football, meaning they will accumulate the most wins out of any division in the NFL. Legitimately, it has not happened since the conference realignment or the division realignment in 2002 that all 4 teams make the playoffs. Statistically, it is possible, fuck it. I think this division legitimately has playoff contenders top to bottom. And obviously the wild card team in this situation is the Raiders. I could just be drinking the Kool-Aid out here in Vegas, Nick. But Pete Carroll coming in to be your coach, it's not a fucking like college transfer switch out. It's not an NFL coach who failed at a location, never got to the big game, never won a Super Bowl. Like, no, we are getting a legitimate pedigree of coach, and you're getting a quarterback that's been around the block. Are the receiving weapons the worst in the NFL? Yes. Is your tight end the best tight end in the NFL? Yes. Do I think Ashton Genty is going to be amazing? Yes. And I think that defense is definitely going to keep them in and contend for a playoff spot. Like, it's no joke. And I think that this is just a hotter take because people are really high on the NFC North. People are high on the NFC East. At least I am, as far as like, I think the Giants will be way better than what the books are projecting them to do. I just think every single week that you see an AFC West team, you're going to be watching a good brand of football, and they're going to be the division that pops out at the end of the year like, wow, we didn't know it was possible. It would be wild for all four teams to make the playoffs. So if you could parlay that in just like a fun fuck it type of situation, I'm sure you could probably get over 100-1. So yeah, that's my hotter take. The AFC West will be the best division in football.
I like it. It's hard to argue against it. You know, they had 3 playoff teams last year. I agree with you with the Raiders. I think Pete Carroll is 1 to 2 wins better. Mm-hmm. I think Geno Smith also. Like, they have a professional quarterback now.
Correct.
You know, Aiden O'Connell and Minshew and all that they were putting out. Still don't like their weapons outside of Bowers. Bowers is definitely best tight end in the league already. Yeah. And now with Genty, I think Genty is a shoo-in offensive player of the year. Like, he's going to get 400 carries, I think. If you think of Pete Carroll, like,
for sure.
This guy, 400 carries, if he averages like 4 yards a carry, that's fucking 1,600 yards. Mm-hmm. That's rookie of the year. You know, double-digit touchdowns. So, yeah, I'm with you on that, man. I'm with you. I think that division is very, very intriguing. You know, like, the more I think of it, and this could tie, this is not really like my hottest take. It's like, this is the lowest odds the Chiefs have had to win the division. They're minus 110. Usually you're seeing like minus 2. And in the past, we'd be like, yo, let's get cute elsewhere. Right. Just take them. And this could be something where we look back, we're like, bro, they were minus 110. What are we doing? They're 14-3. What the fuck? Again, could be the case. I don't think so. I think the rest of the division collectively, like if you were to take all the teams, every other team improved, they got worse. But they're
still the best.
Still the best. Yeah.
They got worse, but they're still the best. And we didn't even mention the other 2 teams. Like, I really think that the Chargers got a good back, and the Hamilton kid, or the Hampton kid, I can't really remember his last name, that they got from North Carolina, big, stocky back. He's on people's boards to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. And you got second-year Bo Nix, who, I mean...
Hampton.
Yeah.
And they got Najee Harris, too.
Yeah. And that was I think it was a solid acquisition. I feel like they have 2 of, like, Harbaugh's favorite type of backs. Just big bruisers that they're going to get the ball 25 times a game. Maybe they'll split 20-15. Like, they're going to be a run-heavy team, as we saw last year. And, yeah, this is the first time that he's going to get, like, his first, like, real roster. His last roster was gifted to him by his brother. Like, if you really look at it, at least for the way that they schemed it up. Hey, bro, send me over your 2 running backs that got injured. Now he's like, okay, well, like, fuck you. Like, I'm doing my own shit now. So that's going to be huge. And yeah, that entire division is going to be fun to watch. And yeah. What's your next one?
Okay. So my hot take is I think the Detroit Lions are going to miss the playoffs. The more I look at it.
Wow.
I think the window has closed for them. As far as being like a Super Bowl contender, I think last year was the year. And it happens, bro. Like it happened to the Cardinals with Carson Palmer, like that was the year. It happened with the Panthers with Cam Newton, like that was the year. It happens to these teams. Maybe that was the year for the Bengals when they went to the Super Bowl. That's why I don't like when people are like, yo, we'll get there again. Are you? It took the Thunder 13 years to get back there. So it takes a while, right? Listen to their schedule. At Green Bay, home Chicago, at Baltimore, home Cleveland, at Bengals, at Chiefs. That's 2-4 for me, bro. That's 2-4 for me. They lost both coordinators.
That's the biggest part.
That's the biggest part right there. Yeah. Losing both coordinators. And then I'm gonna factor this in. My absolute hottest take is this. The Chicago Bears are gonna win the NFC North. They are plus 550.
Wow. And
you want to get really crazy? I think Caleb Williams could win the MVP this year.
All right, now Nick has turned it up. I said hottest was as hot as we can get. This is nuclear. Caleb Williams winning the MVP? If they do win the division, this correlates. So I'm not knocking you on that. That part of it makes sense. Them getting to the point where they can win the division is a whole nother animal. Lots of offseason acquisitions, draft picks, in which they're helping protect Caleb. But at the same time, bro, I mean, this is the division that makes my AFC West being the best division, like that take seem like it's a hot take to begin with because of the talent that we saw in this division last year. The Packers were a hurt team. The Lions defense was beat up and they still did what they did. And the fucking Vikings started off with the quarterback that they weren't expecting.
Yeah. No, for sure. And now let me show you why we're going to get the big bucks one day. I want to pick your brain as I present these scenarios to you, right? Okay. Was Jared Goff an MVP candidate last year at any time during the season?
He was, especially after the game where I think he threw like 23 for 23 or something. He went perfect. Like, there was no incompletions.
Yeah.
He was.
All right. So the offensive coordinator is now the head coach for the Bears, right? Ben Johnson. That's one. Caleb Williams last year, 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 3,500 yards. Bo Nix, 29 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 3,700 yards. Jaden Daniels, 3,500 yards passing, 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Jaden Daniels has Kingsbury, who people rave about him as an offensive coordinator. And I've said this for years, people that have been following my content, some people are just better Robins than Batman. As a head coach, offensive coordinator, bro, blank check. For a young QB, blank check. Want 2% equity in the team? Let's do it. Sean Payton, your boy.
Yeah.
With Bo Nix. Probably the best, him and like Andy Reid, best offensive minds in the game. Eberflus was the head coach for them last year. It was a nightmare. Offensive line was atrocious. So what do the Bears do? 3 new offensive linemen, right? Dahlman at center. He's like a top 10 to 12 center based on PFF. Experienced center, can keep shit under control. Thuney at guard. Very versatile, could play all 5 positions. They get Jackson from the Rams, so they address that. They take a tight end in the draft, right? So now you have the tight end and you have Komet. Roma Dunze is going to catch 100 passes this year.
Damn.
Ben Johnson loves the wide receiver screen game. He did that well in college. So does DJ Moore. So he has the weapons. They spent money. The defense is going to be good. I think as a whole, they improved the most in the division. Regression on all the other teams. 40-1 to win the MVP. Second year QB. You don't think he's hearing about the toenails and the fingernails and crying with his mom and, oh, this dude he's soft, he's a bitch, he ain't a real man and all that. Like, bro, he's listening to all this. He was the number 1 pick in the draft. We're not talking about a 7th round pick. This isn't Brock Purdy. Like, no, this guy was the number 1 pick. And everyone loves Bo Nix. They love Jaden Daniels, and rightfully so. But like, bro, Bo Nix ain't have no, sorry, not Bo Nix. Caleb Williams ain't have no Terry McLaurin. I like DJ Moore. I like Rome Odunze now. And then people might be like, yo, 100 passes, that's crazy. Rome Odunze, like, what the fuck? Bro, when Ben Johnson was the offensive coordinator, 106 passes the first time that St. Brown was in that role. He's going to use him in the St. Brown role. It was the same shit I said when Justin Jefferson won the Offensive Player of the Year. My handicap was like, yo, Kevin O'Connell said that he's going to use him in the Cup year. Cup won the Triple Crown the year before. Bro, 16-1 layup. What happens? He wins it. So they're going to use him in that role. And I think he's going to be able to put up the numbers. I think 25-1, they can maybe be the 1 seed.
Wow.
I like Chicago a lot. And the more that I look at it and I look at the schedule, and it's the first year new head coach bump.
Mm-hmm.
I love everything about it. I think they win the North at plus 550. And my 2 favorite MVP picks are him and Stafford. They're both 40-1. I'm going to go with both of them.
Wow.
I am on fire this episode, bro. I feel good. I feel locked in.
Stunned.
Yeah.
Low-key stunned, but at the same time, it's clear.
Did I not make a good case, though?
100% you made a good
the
case.
Ground game,
The
scheme.
The thing is just how quick it gels. An offense like Ben Johnson's, like if we're going to put like those offensive coordinators that are elite in a different category, bro, they're not just elite because everybody can learn their shit. Like that's the same thing they're saying about Arkansas this year with Bobby Petrino. And I put this out on the VM Discord. I'll say it on the show too. Bobby Petrino's second year with Taylor Green, 151 to win the Heisman. Same exact thing happened year 2 with Bobby Petrino and Lamar Jackson at Louisville. That's a little side piece. But the offense is so complex that Ben Johnson is inserting. This is Caleb Williams' third offensive coordinator now? Because they fired the one mid-year. So he's already had 2. It's tough. And I do hope it gels, and I do see a path for this. I will see a way better path for this after this year. But that's why it's a hot take. And you could be the first one on the market. This Caleb Williams in year 2 will be what we experienced with Jaden Daniels and CJ Stroud in their first years. Because in reality, this is like Caleb Williams' first year. Like let's be real. Like he starts off with Hard Knocks. I think that season overall was okay. If we make playoffs, that's great. You know what I mean? They'll say they're bullshit saying that they need to make it to the Super Bowl and Super Bowl or bust, but like we know what your real expectations are. I think this is a fair shot for him. I'm not mad at it. It's hot. If this flops week 6, I'm clowning your ass. But why not? Why not? Do you want to hear my hottest one?
Yeah, let's end with that.
Because this is, yeah. I know this has gone on just long enough for people's ears to get seared here by this take. All right. The Colts are going to have the best record in the AFC. Hear me out.
Whoa.
Hear me out.
Okay. Daniel
Shane?
Jones?
100%.
Let's go.
Honestly, a mix.
Okay.
I'm not mad if Anthony Richardson starts. According to Irsay's wife, RIP Jim Irsay, that's a huge reason why I think this might hit, is just a legacy play. She likes Anthony Richardson. However, I think Shane Steichen, ex-UNLV quarterback, liked what he saw in Daniel Jones, and that's why they bring him in. I'm getting the Sam Darnold vibes that we got from last year with the Vikings, in which all it takes is a quarterback and a new scenery to unlock the potentials. And then what do the Colts do? They go and they get Tyler Warren, who, in my opinion, offensive threat-wise, this is the Brock Bowers of this draft class. This was an all-purpose, almost like a Taysom Hill, and I don't throw around that fucking take lightly. He would take snaps at Wildcat. Like, you're bringing on an all-around utility player to help out the offense, which is crucial. I think Downs also had a good year last year. And then Jonathan Taylor is still one of those bell cow backs that if Jonathan Taylor ends up with 1,600 rushing yards next year, you won't be like, oh, I didn't see that one coming. So the offense is just that quarterback piece off. But I've seen Daniel Jones succeed at times. And Anthony Richardson, the jury's still out on that one. The defense, I think, is where it's going to be elite. And this is why I think that this team, who plays a fairly easy schedule, is going to dominate. DeForest Buckner, Latu from UCLA last year, is in a sophomore season. Cameron Bynum, Tre'Davious Ward. They're like set up for being a true contender in their division. And I'm like, fuck it. If I think that, why not say that they're going to be the best team in the AFC? You get to beat up on all these shit teams twice. If you find what you're looking for in Daniel Jones, hopefully, this team is playing with their, dead owner in mind. Jim Irsay wasn't one of those owners that players were looking forward to passing away, like how those Commanders players felt, towards
Dan Snyder.
Towards the end of Dan Snyder. Like, if he dies, this is okay. But they didn't feel that way about Irsay. Like, this is a dude that was a genuine fucking nice guy. The Colts are going to have the best record in the AFC. I'm not willing to say they're going to have the best record in the NFL, but I like this AFC play, and that's how we're going to end this one. Thoughts on the Colts?
45-1 to be the number 1 seed. The Raiders, Titans, Jets, and Browns only have worse odds than them. So
they're they're on the fringe of like mediocre. Obviously they're a mediocre team, but like they're on the fringe of like mediocre to like this team's trash.
Yeah.
That's where I like to find them.
Okay. I mean, look, I kind of like Daniel Jones for comeback player of the year.
Why not?
That's a really nice one. 25-1. But yeah, I don't really agree. I just think that they don't have, like, I like Pittman. I like Pierce. Taylor's a beast. They're just.
How many years do you see a really good defense carry a shit offense to a great record?
Many years, yeah. You see that happen a lot.
That's exactly what this is. That's my case.
Okay. All right. I mean, listen, it is hot takes, right?
It is.
It is hot takes. Let us know what you guys think about this episode. Leave a comment, rating, review, and let us know what your hot takes were. Let me read a couple in the Discord. One was from Instagram that the Chiefs won't make the playoffs.
Did see that one. I reposted that one.
Trevor Lawrence for MVP.
God, it sounds good every year in the offseason.
It does. Start talking yourself into Travis Hunter and Etienne and Brian Thomas. You're like, yo, maybe. 40-1. I don't know. The Discord is taking forever to load right now, but
I saw one that was Alvin Kamara will be a top 5 PPR running back. Chris Moorhan on Instagram said that one.
Okay, I can see it. Yeah, I mean, he'll just be catching a lot of passes out the backfield.
Yep.
Watson will be the worst QB on the Browns roster for the 3rd straight year. Chiefs are placing 3rd in the division behind the Chargers and the Broncos, and the Cowboys bottom out this year, and the 4th from No Show Thomas, who is a Cowboys fan. And then shouts to Mark. Mark actually said it's super early, but why does Caleb Williams MVP at 33-1 entice me?
Ooh.
Because I wrote it today on Twitter where I was talking about it with Impy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yo, hear me out. And he put up a GIF of Caleb Williams. And then I sent him the screenshot of you. I was like, George and I was having this conversation earlier this morning. So I like it, man. I like it. Him and Stafford are my plays for sure this year. So let us know. All things Veterans Minimum are at Veterans Minimum. We will catch you guys next time.
Peace.
I'm a gold medalist, bronze like your medal is. So many deer in headlights, but it's bedtime. Hear that supper bell, main course, be the venison.
Dab. Most dangerous game. Either kill or be killed.